met at the club, brought him home, one night stand.
Snooki and Jionni have been married for almost 10 years now, but is their marriage even real? Do they actually love each other, or is Jionni just in it for the money? Snooki and Jionni tied the knot in 2014. At the time, they already had 2 kids, and it'd been more than 2 years since they announced their engagement. So marriage made a lot of sense for them, at least on paper. But did they actually get married for the right reasons? Their relationship has never exactly been perfect. From explosive arguments to cheating scandals, they've been through a lot, and Jionni hasn't always reacted to these things as you might expect, which is why a lot of people think that he might actually just be with Snooki for her money. One person on Reddit brought up something weird that happened early on in their relationship. When Snooki and the rest of the Jersey Shore cast traveled to Florence, Italy, she was already dating Jionni. They'd only been going out for a relatively short time, but he was in her life, which is why it was so shocking when she decided to hook up with Vinny. Technically, she and Jionni were broken up at the time, but the breakup had only just happened, and things were definitely not over between them. I think anyone would be hurt if their partner did what Snooki did, but shockingly, Jionni took it really well. He was a little mad at first. She called to tell him about what happened, and he seemed annoyed, but then he forgave her pretty much instantly. He just asked her if she wanted to be with him. She said yes, and that was that. They were back together as if nothing ever happened with Vinny, and it was honestly pretty suspicious. This was when a lot of people started suspecting that Jionni might have had some shady intentions. The problem isn't that he forgave her for what happened, it's that it just happened so fast. As people on Reddit pointed out, it would make sense if he needed to take some time away from her to process things. A lot of people might even be done with a relationship if their partner pulled something like this, so why didn't Jionni seem more affected by Snooki's actions? One theory is that he didn't care because he wasn't in it for his love for Snooki anyway. All he cared about was her money, which is why it didn't really matter to him that she cheated, because as long as she still wanted to be with him, he would continue to have access to the luxury lifestyle he probably wanted. Because here's the thing about Jionni, I really think that he just loves all the money that Snooki provides, and I wouldn't be shocked if that was one of the main reasons for being with her. I'm not saying that he definitely doesn't love her, but he's always been super controlling toward her. He never really accepted her for who she was. It just always seemed like he wanted her to be someone else. He was never super on board with her party girl persona, and a lot of people have said that it always just seemed like he wanted to mold her into his perfect little wife. But if he was so against who she actually was, then why did he stay with her? Well, that's where the money comes in. Why would someone stay with their partner if they didn't actually like their partner? Why would you date someone who you wanted to change completely? Maybe money is the answer. I've even seen some people suggest that all Jionni actually wants from Snooki is money and fame, but to be honest, I don't think he cares about the fame part all that much. He's made it very clear over the years that he doesn't like being on camera. Life in the spotlight doesn't seem to interest him. So I don't necessarily think that he's using Snooki for clout, but I do think that he probably likes that she has clout, because it means that they're able to live a pretty luxurious lifestyle. Jionni could definitely be after her money. I mean, think about it, he doesn't even have to do anything if he doesn't want to. Snooki is most likely rich enough to cover all their expenses on her own, and to be honest, I think she probably does cover everything, because it doesn't look like Jionni actually has a very stable, lucrative job. We know that he used to own an ATM business, and he also had a t-shirt company at one point called NJ Fatman, but it doesn't look like he's doing either of those things anymore. He also used to have an Etsy store called La Valley's Man Cave, but that's now closed too. So what does he actually do these days? Is he just living it up with Snooki's income? Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked. I also think it would make a lot of sense if Jionni was primarily after Snooki's money, because I genuinely think that he might come from money. It also seems like his family was relatively rich, so maybe he got used to that, and that's why he knew that he needed to find a rich wife, since he was used to a certain kind of lifestyle. If he really cares about the money more than anything else, then it makes sense why he forgave Snooki so quickly for getting together with Vinny. But there's another theory about that too. Maybe he didn't forgive her because of his shady gold-digging intentions. Maybe he knew that he had to forgive her, otherwise he'd be a hypocrite. A lot of people seem to think that Jionni was so quick to forget about the cheating because he'd been cheating on Snooki too, and this would actually make a lot of sense because just a couple of years later, he got entangled in a pretty crazy scandal. And what happened made him look like a calculated cheater. In 2015, the cheating website Ashley Madison was hacked. This is a website specifically designed for married people looking to start an affair. After the hack, more than 30 million names and email addresses were leaked, and Jionni's name was among those 30 million. So it looked like he'd signed up for Ashley Madison. Shockingly, Snooki actually decided to stand by him. She said that Jionni was a stand-up guy, and she claimed that she didn't believe he'd actually signed up for the website. She said on her Instagram, honestly, if he wanted to cheat, he would go out and do it. She added that he didn't need his name being tarnished, and later, she also said on her podcast, Naturally Nicole, that the whole thing was just stupid. She said that it was just someone trying to mess with them on purpose, but not everyone was convinced because her explanation just didn't make any sense. Why would anyone choose to mess with Snooki and Jionni by signing him up for Ashley Madison? The website was supposed to be confidential, so it wouldn't make sense as revenge. People didn't know that the leak would happen. You can't plan things like this, so it would just be a really crazy scheme to come up with. It's not like someone took a screenshot of Gianni's profile on the website. We only found out about it through the leak. So I just don't think that Snooki's excuse makes any sense. I mean, obviously we can't know for sure what actually happened there. Maybe Jionni didn't sign up himself, but how likely is that? I'm just not sure. Either way, I think it makes sense that so many people are suspicious of Jionni. We don't know for sure whether he cheated on Snooki, and we also don't know if he is just with her because she has money. But I wouldn't be shocked if at least one of those things was true. But anyway, what do you guys think? What's your opinion on Jionni? Do you think he might just be after Snooki's money? And do you think he cheated on her? Or do you think these theories are actually all wrong? Let me know in the comments below.